Hi everyone. After the CAT notification has come out, we've also got notifications for various other exams. As of today, we have the notifications out for Nmat, SNAP and XAT, which are a few other popular exams for some really good B schools. So in order to consolidate all the information that we have, I've created this sheet and I'll be taking you through the important details such as the registration dates, the eligibility criteria, what are the institutes that you can apply for and the exam dates of these various exams. So watch till the end. So let us begin with Nmat. So the registration date for Nmat is on 1st August 2022. When it comes to SNAP, the registration date began on 4th August 2022 and XAT began very recently, that is on 10th August 2022. Now the end date for these exams are as follows. For Nmat we have it on 10th October, for SNAP we have it on 24th November, and for XAT as the date of making this video, the date has not yet been published. However, keep abreast of the website of the XAT notification and you can maybe see it in a future date. Now when it comes to the registration fee, it is quite different for Nmat, SNAP and XAT. So beginning with XAT, it is 2000 rupees and applying for each particular institution within XAT also has its own application fee. So you have to keep notified on that as well. Now when it comes to SNAP, you can take this exam maximum of 3 times and each time you'll have to register with the fee of 1950. Now when it comes to Nmat, you have registration fees, retake fees, and if you require the score additionally, again you'll have fees for that. In addition to rescheduling as well, you'll have various fees. As you may be aware, Nmat, you can have a window during which you can take this exam and you can actually schedule it at any point. In case you want to reschedule, that has its own fee as well. So the test registration fee for Nmat is 2800 rupees and to reschedule a particular spot, it is 1200 rupees. Now let us move on to the eligibility criteria of each of these exams. So beginning with the Nmat, it is mentioned on the website that it is the responsibility of each and every candidate to check the application eligibility for the individual institutes that they're going to be applying for. So for example, if you're applying for NMIMS, what is the eligibility criteria for that? Or if you're applying for SDA Bocconi, you need to check the eligibility criteria of that. Ensure that you're actually eligible for a bunch of these institutes if you're planning on applying for them. So that is the main eligibility criteria for Nmat. Now when it comes to SNAP, you'll have to be a graduate from any recognized university or institution. And if you belong to the general category, you require a minimum of 50%. Whereas if you belong to the SC/ST category, you require a minimum of 45% at the time of graduation. If you're in your final year of graduation as well, you can attempt this exam. However, you need to ensure that the same marks, which is 50% if you're a general category student or SC/ST student for 45% of the marks, should be available after you complete your examination. Now, when it comes to XAT, you again require a bachelor's degree of minimum 3 years duration in any particular discipline. And those who are completing their final examination by June 10, 2023 may also apply. All Indian candidates must apply for XAT 2023. If you're an NRI or foreign candidate, you can also apply through the GMAT score for the XAT associated institutions such as XLRI and various others. The notification and details for the foreign candidates can also be found on the official website of XAT, so make sure you're checking that out. So next we have the exam date for the various exams, beginning with Nmat. It has a window from 10th October 2022 to 19th December 2022. The Nmat website actually recommends that you start by taking the exam earlier in case you want to kind of reschedule it or you want a specific slot. It is quite difficult because there'll be a lot of candidates who are applying for it. So start your application form slightly earlier so that you can get the specified slot in the particular center that you want without having any issues. It does work on a first come first serve basis, so please keep that in mind. Now a candidate can apply up to 3 times for the SNAP exam, and this again is mentioned. The dates are December 10th, December 18th and December 23rd. As mentioned, you'll have separate registration fee each time you want to apply for the SNAP. So you'll have, another important thing to keep in mind is that the higher score will be considered for the final percentile calculation and there will be no normalization. Now the XAT exam is held on one day, that is on 8th January 2023. Now the duration of each of these exams is as follows. So for Nmat it is 2 hours, for SNAP it is 1 hour, and for XAT it is 3 hours, that is from 9:30 AM to 12:30 PM on 8th January 2023. Right? So now the pattern of the exam is pretty similar and also has a few nuances for each separate exam. So when it comes to Nmat, you have 3 sections. It would be language, quant, logical reasoning, and the review of the questions in Nmat is not allowed, and there is a sectional time limit for each section beyond which you will not be able to spend time in that particular section. And in case you finish a particular section early, you cannot use those extra times for the next section as well. So keep that in mind. Now when it comes to SNAP, again you have similarly 3 sections. And when it comes to XAT, again there's no sectional time limit. You can move between the sections. There's also not going to be any on-screen calculator. You can start with any section and you can switch between the sections. Now the result date for each of these is again different. For Nmat, because it is by GMAT, you will be getting the score immediately, like within 48 hours of giving the exam. However, there is also some issues. If there are issues regarding test delivery or any incidences in that regard, it may take up to 5 to 7 working days, but you will be getting your Nmat result quite soon. Now, SNAP results will be declared on January 10th, 2023, and XAT results will be declared 3 weeks after the exam. Now, some of the important institutes to keep in mind when you're applying for each of these exams. So for Nmat, the best institutes that you can look at are NMIMS, TAPMI, KJ Somaya, SP Jain. For SP Jain, there are particular programs that you can apply to. It is not the main program for which you require CAT. But for the other programs such as PGM, PW and GMP programs, you can apply through Nmat. SDA, Bocconi, Asia, ICFAI and global B schools across various continents are also available. So you can check that on their official website. Next, when it comes to SNAP, the best universities are SIBM Pune, SCM HRD and various other universities which come along the Symbiosis Institute head. So you will find a lot like SIOM, which is Institute of Operations Management and various others that you can look at, right? And when it comes to XAT, you have obviously you have XLRI, XIMB, which are really good institutions, following which there are also various institutes such as Goa Institute of Management, Great Lakes Institute of Management, you have Ford School of Management, IMT, MICA, TAPMI. So over the years, XAT eligible institutions have also increased. So you can look at the revised list on the XAT website. There are a bunch of partner institutions that are listed there, and you can check if the institute that you are interested in is available. Now, one key thing to keep in mind is that it's always important that you kind of try and apply as early as possible. In case there are any glitches or any issues that you might be facing, it is better to have it early on and not delay it till the end date. So keep in mind the registration start dates and the end dates, and also keep in mind the registration fee. These are all really good exams, and we always recommend that if you're writing CAT, XAT is one of the exams that you must write, because the XAT also has a lot of partner institutions which are really good in addition to the XLRA and the family of the XAT institutions, right? So definitely apply for all these exams and give it your best shot. All the best, guys. If you have any queries regarding any particular exam or any section or anything that you want us to cover, please put them in the comment section below and we'll be very happy to help you out. Thank you.